Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm here in Dubai International Food Safety Conference, and as you know, I would like to bring to you a little bit of this conference. So I'm joined now with Jenson. He's a food safety consultant who worked in the industry, and all his works and a lot of the work he does is on making a bridge between research and practices. So Jenson, thank you, Ian. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure to have you.
Yes.
Well, I would like to do some questions about your presentation.
Yes.
And the first question is, what is the idea about warming the frozen food supply chain?
Yes. So here at the conference, I'm talking about the fact that, we all think that we have to keep food at minus 18 degrees, that, that's the convention. We don't really know why.
Right.
We just know that we have to do it. And some people believe that there could be, a terrible problem if we go above minus 18. But there's been a lot of research that's starting to be done, but the idea that we can actually store and transport food at a warmer temperature, perhaps minus 15, perhaps even higher, minus 12.
Okay, but we know, well, sometimes in some countries, I know that this is even acceptable to raise a little bit until minus 15. I don't know how it's in your country, but sometimes they say minus 18, but then you can raise until minus 15, and that's acceptable. But if we raise to minus 15, then should you also have a tolerance above minus 15? What's your...
Yes, that's right. Some countries have regulations, and sometimes the regulations will often say not more than, or never more than minus 18. And so that's pretty difficult.
Right.
But, it's interesting that then Codex in their code of practice talk about minus 18, and then they say, but during transport, it could go up to minus 12.
Right.
And then should be go back to minus 18.
Right.
So even though you find, if you like, permission in the Codex standard, I mean, codes of practice and industry and your customers probably say minus 18, must be minus 18.
Right. Okay.
And so, don't really allow any tolerance. And the problem is that we go to a lot of effort. It costs us a lot of money to do that. People may even reject your product because when they receive it, it's above minus 18.
Right. Yes, that's a challenge. Now, my second question is about, so following your explanation, what needs to happen before a change to the frozen food supply chain can occur? So this kind of change, right, of warming up the temperature.
Well, to speak from my own experience, when I worked in the meat industry, we did some shelf life studies at minus 18 and at minus 12.
Right.
And we found that even after 3 years, the quality of that meat was just as good after 3 years at minus 12 as it was right at the beginning. And so I think if you have a shelf life study that says you can keep it at a higher temperature, then you have the potential to save energy.
Right.
And less carbon emissions. Obviously, you save some money on cost of freezing and storing. And it seems that around the world, other people have got the same idea. So Unilever, with their ice cream, have been looking at the freezers they have, at retail, the little deep chest freezers, and running those at minus 12.
Okay.
And we always think ice cream's the most sensitive product.
Right.
So they've been trialing it. There's a frozen food company in the UK that's done trials on a number of products. So there's a sort of a growing movement around the world that's starting to say maybe we can change the temperature we operate at. Of course, we've got to get everybody to agree.
Right, that's it. We have to make sure, well, the use shelf life test is a good thing to do, but we have also to make sure that regulations allows it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So we have also to try to make a regulation understand that -12 is acceptable,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Right. So final question, because I don't want to take much of
Yes.
your time. You have to go back to the conference. But tell me, are there any food safety problems with storing food at warmer temperatures? What do you think? Because you were telling about the quality.
Yeah.
I noticed
Yes.
quality is okay after 3
Yes.
years, and food safety also
Yeah.
okay?
Yes. So this is an interesting area, and I think there'll be more research in this area. I think people, when I've read, my reading says people say, well, -1.5 pathogens don't grow below
Usually.
that.
Yes, I understand.
Molds can grow and yeasts can grow down to lower temperatures. And so some books are suggesting -10 is the highest number. So I think the question, and of course we know that even at -10, just because it reaches -10 doesn't suddenly mean that something grows really fast.
Of course. Yes.
So I think that more work needs to be done to really understand and define the conditions. But -10 is a very high temperature compared to -18.
There.
So there's a lot of.
So
to me, the why I think it's great to have the opportunity to speak at this conference is because people just need to start thinking about this.
Yes, it's big time,
and
right?
they need to do the work,
right?
To see what how their product performs at -15 or -12.
Right. And that's something that is amazing, because in a conference such as this one, where we have regulators and we have speakers, we have research, we have industry. So this is the place when we can start launching these ideas, right? And then do the hard work. But in a small sentence, or in a small reply, you would say that usually you won't find any problem until -10 in food safety, right? Okay, amazing, Ian. So thank you so much for being here, for taking the time. Enjoy the rest of your conference. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And well, watch the next. Yes.
Thank you.
Next interview. See you soon. Bye bye.